My name is Constance Marks. I'm the producer and director of Being Elmo, A Puppeteer's Journey.
And I am James Miller, videographer and director of photography for Being Elmo, Puppeteer's Journey. I'm a cameraman. I don't
No,
do
you're a
audio.
videographer.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, what's a videographer?
What is a videographer?
Yeah. As
Well, it's
opposed
like
to a cinematographer or a
right, but
DP.
it's less cinema, less of the celluloid stuff, and more of the video kind of
I
stuff.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're all straightened out.
Yeah. Well, the film is about Kevin Clash. He's the puppeteer of Elmo on Sesame Street. He is a tour de force at Sesame Street. He's a protege of Jim Henson. And I used to work on the street many years ago as a cameraman, freelancing from day to day. And it was back when Jim Henson and Frank Oz were frequenting the set. I asked Kevin, I said, Kevin, I have this brag book here of pictures of our baby Sophia. Can you do a little something with me? And he said, sure. And so here I am having a little banter with Elmo and myself, which is kind of strange to be talking to a puppet, but actually he makes it very comfortable. And then I brought the video of that back to Connie. And Connie was like, oh my goodness, this is incredible. Who did this for you? And I said, well, it's Kevin Clash. And, he's just really, he likes to help people, and he's a great guy. And you got to meet him. And they had lunch, 4-hour lunch. And Connie, thinking of the documentary producer, just saw a great subject matter to follow. And then 6.5 years, we are doing the film festival circuit, and it's been wonderful.
Well, what went through my head was, I was trying to think of story structure as he was telling me his life story. And I had a very strong idea that the climb that he made from his beginnings in Maryland to ultimately being a producer, director, and so on at Sesame is an incredible story. But as a filmmaker, I'm always trying to think in the back of my head, okay, where's the conflict, where's the drama? Because all I heard was about this phenomenal rise to success. But he did mention that his daughter, did get a little less time than he would have liked during her childhood. And I thought, well, maybe that's an area that we can explore so that it just doesn't feel all like Kevin's perfect world. And so I was thinking about all those things during this 4-hour lunch, but he was throwing out names and places. I had no idea, who Kermit Love was and who, I knew who Frank Oz was and Jim Henson, but basically everybody else he mentioned, I had no idea who they were. So I had a lot to learn. I went home and I did my homework, and right away I was telling him, I'm interested in doing this with you. Can we do it? And he looked at some of our work. He knew James, and he gave us his blessing to move ahead. And that's the rough genesis.
Well, what was he like to work with?
A dream. He was amazing. So much fun. We're totally spoiled for future films. And, working with, if ever we work with a celebrity again, it'll never be like this. People love this man so much that when they learned that we were making a film about him, it's sort of like the doors just flew open. Anything for Kevin, sure, anything for Kevin. And that just says it all. We were riding in his wake, shooting him and following everywhere, but it was a beautiful wake to be to be situated in, because he is so loved, so profoundly loved by people in the business.
And he travels around the world. He's busy just about every day, like 7 days a week, and he's going to devastated parts of the world. They bring the puppets in there to help the children, to I guess just make them feel a little bit better when they see a familiar person, and the puppets really help in that situation. We've been down to Katrina, and following him to these places was an amazing journey. We've been to France and South America, Sao Paulo, and he's just a wherever he goes, it just opens doors, and we meet some great people. But one of the fantastic things is seeing behind the scenes of the puppeteers and how they do their craft. It's a difficult process for them to do this, and because they are reading scripts and working the puppets at the same time and watching a monitor. So it's multitasking times 3, yet they make it look so easy on camera. And to me, you know, from shooting Sesame Street and seeing it every day, I'm still just amazed at what they can do and how Kevin can make that puppet come to life.
Yeah.
With brilliant editors, to tell you the truth. And Philip Shane and Justin Weinstein came on board to help us sort it all out, because it was frankly overwhelming, and we really needed somebody with some distance on all the material, who was enthusiastic about the story, to help us put it all together. And they were incredible, and working with them, you know, made it possible. So absolutely. Corinne Lepouk, who's here with us at the festival, you know, every single person in this endeavor was needed. We wouldn't have what we have today if they weren't, you know, part of it. And Corinne, certainly that is the case with Corinne. She made so many things happen that looked like they couldn't happen. So we're very, very grateful.
The performance last night at the that brand new opera house, the Windspear, it just took my breath away. We walked into that house to do the sound check, and the chandelier, the openness of it, it was enormous, like Carnegie Hall, but even more powerful.
On steroids.
And of course, they take that chandelier that comes out of the ceiling, comes 75 or 100 feet down, you know, on motors, and then they turn it Elmo red for the evening. It was a magical moment, and especially we were the first time they had a premiere of a film there for the first time in that new theater. So it was a great honor to be there, and it's like Dallas pulls out the stops, and it's true. Everything is big here. It's just, and their hearts are big. It's great.